Have you ever caught someone staring into your eyes a little too long? Like they saw something you didn't? What if your eyes are hiding a secret? A mark from something bigger? Today, we're uncovering 5 clues that you might be one of the chosen ones, handpicked by God. And trust me, the last clue? It'll flip everything you thought you knew. Stick around, because this could change how you see yourself forever. So, what's this mark we're talking about? Ever wonder why your eyes feel different? Like they're trying to tell you something you haven't figured out yet? We're not talking Hollywood effects here. It's quieter, deeper. In this video, we're breaking down 5 subtle signs, straight from your gaze, that hint you're set apart for a purpose. These clues might finally explain that restless pull you've felt your whole life. Let's get into it, because what's coming next could hit you right where you're standing. Clue 1. People feel drawn to you without knowing why. You've probably heard it before. Someone says your eyes just pull them in. Maybe you think it's flattery, or they're just being weird. But what if it's more? Some believe the eyes of the chosen carry a magnetic pull, a spark of something eternal that others sense without words. Think about Sarah, a quiet barista I once met. Customers always lingered at her counter, spilling their life stories, divorces, dreams, you name it. She didn't get it until an old lady whispered, "Your eyes feel like home." That stuck with her. People weren't drawn to her coffee. They were drawn to her. You can test this yourself. Next time you're in a crowd, lock eyes with someone for a second longer than usual. Watch their reaction. Do they soften? Lean in? That pull might be your first clue. Now that we've seen this, let's look at something even stranger. Because this next part could explain those moments you can't shake off. Clue 2. You see through lies like glass. Ever lock eyes with someone and just know they're hiding something? Most people brush it off as a gut feeling, but for the chosen, it's sharper, like a gift. Your eyes don't just see faces, they cut through masks. Take James, a guy who grew up in a rough neighborhood. He could always tell when trouble was brewing. One night, a friend swore everything was fine, but James caught a flicker in his stare. Hours later, that friend got caught stealing. James didn't guess. He saw it. Maybe you've had moments like that, where the truth hits you before words do. Here's how to lean into it. When someone's talking, focus on their eyes, not their mouth. Let your instincts kick in. You might be surprised how often you're right. But there's a catch we'll get to later. Because this gift, it's not always easy to carry. Which clue sounds like you so far? The pull or the lie spotting? Drop it in the comments. I'm curious. Clue 3. Your eyes reflect peace in chaos. Here's where it gets wild. People say the chosen don't just feel peace, they show it, even when life's falling apart. Ever had someone say your eyes look calm, even when you're barely holding on? That's not normal. Picture Maria, a single mom juggling 2 jobs. One night, during a blackout at work, her co-worker swore her eyes glowed soft blue, calming everyone in the dark. She laughed it off, but later admitted she felt steady inside, like a quiet anchor. Maybe you've been there, shining when everything's screaming. You can tap into this. Next time chaos hits, pause and ask, do my eyes still feel steady? That stillness might be God's mark holding you firm. And this next clue? It's where things get personal. Clue 4? You notice what others miss. Ever catch a detail, a glance, a shadow, that everyone else skips over? People might call you observant, but it's bigger than that. The chosen see things almost like their eyes are tuned to God's quiet hints. I heard about Alex, a photographer who'd spot tiny moments, like a bird landing just as a couple fought. He later learned his grandma prayed he'd see truth in a blurry world. Once, he caught a stranger's tear mid-shot, a split second that changed her life. His eyes found what mattered. Try this out. Look for one small, hidden good thing today, like God's nudge in the mess. You might uncover a pattern you've been missing, but it's not as simple as it seems. Stick around, because the last clue ties it all together. Clue 5. Your eyes carry a weight you can't explain. This one's heavy. Ever look in the mirror and feel like your eyes hold a depth that feels older than you? That weight could be the final sign you're marked. Think of Leah, a teacher who'd stare out her window, lost in thoughts she couldn't pin down. Students said her eyes looked wise, not tired. She'd tear up sometimes, feeling a pull she couldn't name. Later, she found her grandma's journals describing the same thing, a legacy of faith. Leah realized it wasn't just her story. You can explore this too. Sit quietly, look into your own eyes and ask, what's behind them? Don't force it. Let it come. That weight might be God whispering you're part of something eternal. So, there it is. 5 clues your eyes might be spilling a secret. From pulling people in, to seeing through lies, reflecting peace, noticing God's hints, and carrying that quiet weight. Each one's a thread tying you to something bigger. The mystery we started with? It's not about strange stares. It's about you being chosen, marked by God in ways you're just starting to see. Take a second today. Really look at yourself. Those eyes might be telling you you're not alone in this. If this hit you, share it with someone who needs it. You never know who else is out there, wondering if they're marked too. See you in the next one. Because trust me, there's more where this came from.